So Kim Kardashian tweeted that hate speech is inexcusable, and further on went to say that all the violence and rhetoric against Jewish people needs to come to an immediate end. She does not support it in the slightest. A lot of people obviously saw this as a shot, understandably so, at Kanye, at Ye, because Ye has been accused recently of anti-Semitic sentiments in various platforms. I think on Drinking Champs as well with Nori, that conversation was taken down off YouTube. He's now lost his partnership agreement with Balenciaga. I believe his Adidas deal for Yeezys may have come to an end, if it's not coming to an end, or it's being renegotiated. And obviously he's closed his deal with the Gap, and that's not necessarily because of his sentiments, but I know that deal has come to an end. And he's been accused of anti-Semitism, he's been accused of speaking out against Jewish people, etc., etc. And it's opening up a conversation, a conversation which I don't particularly want to get into, because I had an epiphany 2 weeks ago, and I realized the platforms that we use, mainstream media, TV, radio, print, social media, platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, maybe even WhatsApp, for example, TikTok, YouTube, even a Google. Those platforms have people that own them, number one. People that founded them, people that are the major shareholders, people that are the executive team. And then they've got people that are responsible for the biggest amount of revenue on those platforms. And normally, as the saying goes, whoever pays the bills is to call the shots. So I might own Google, but you might find that my biggest advertiser there is some company from China. And because they pay me the most amount of money, I almost cannot allow people on my platform to speak ill of China or that company or that community, etc. And it's unfortunately how it's the way the world works. I hate it because it means there's no free speech, but it is what it is. We've seen Donald Trump be silenced. There's rumors that he might be back on Twitter now, and he thanked Elon Musk. I don't know if that's true. I still need to verify it. We've seen Andrew Tate being banned off a lot of social media platforms. We've seen Jordan Peterson lose his Twitter account. Obviously, people like Minister Louis Farrakhan can't even have social media accounts. Dr. Umar Johnson on certain platforms can't speak freely and truthfully about how he feels. And a whole host of other people. Kanye is just the latest in that string of people that have been silenced. Because you can't speak out against what is the international norm. Speaking out against the LGBTQI community, speaking out or supporting xenophobia, supporting homophobia, transphobia, being openly racist, prejudicial, having issues with certain nations, of which obviously hypocritically there are people that are allowed to speak ill of the Islamic community, calling them terrorists and the like. You don't get banned for that. You don't get shut down for that. That seems to be fine. A lot of black people get bashed in various ways on platforms, and that's fine. But there are certain communities that own certain platforms and are very powerful. And they control even the banking systems, the money systems, and you can't speak out against them. And if you try, you will feel the full force of their wrath. It's the way the world works. In South Africa, for example, if you're part of the ANC and you speak ill of the ANC, you get cancelled within the ANC. You might find in certain provinces that you actually get killed for that. If you're in the taxi industry and you want to speak ill against Santaco, some of the other taxi associations, speak ill about some of the big taxi bosses, you get killed. If you snitch or you speak out against some of the drug dealers, drug lords in this country, whether it's in the Western Cape with the Coloureds, or even in places like Gauteng with some of the European guys that are here that push drugs, you get taken out. If you go to places like China and you want to talk shit, China is known as a surveillance state, you will get taken out. The United Arab Emirates now in Dubai, again, has banned Nigerians from visiting there, so they won't give them visas. And Nigeria is just one of maybe 10 countries that they won't let in. If you're speaking rubbish against their people, you get taken out. If you go to a certain school, a certain church, even within your family, and you speak ill about an elder there, about someone who funds that space, you get cancelled and you get taken out. Kim Kardashian is protecting her family, is protecting her income. You can judge her all you want. But the reality is that in this world we live in, money is important for so many people, including a lot of you that are going to be watching this. That's why you'll never talk shit about your employer. That's why you'll never talk shit about the people that sponsor you or fund you. You'll never talk shit about your parents. Your mom may have been a hoe. She may have lied about the paternity of your dad. Your dad might be doing illegal shit. Your dad might be a cop who collects bribes. Your dad might be a politician who you know deals with illegal stuff. Your mom might be stealing stationery from the school she teaches at. She might be stealing medicine if she's a nurse. We protect these people. Why? Because they affect our livelihood. Kim Kardashian is protecting her family and her income because she knows that she works with a lot of Jewish people. Just as Kanye West has worked with a lot of Jewish people. They've invested in some of their endeavors. They've put them on platforms. They've helped them in various ways become the big brands they are today and to make the money they're making today. So Kim is saying, I will protect my family and I will protect my friends, my Jewish friends, and say I stand against this, whether it is Ye or whether it is anyone else, because it is wrong. It is wrong. People want Kim to stand up in solidarity with Kanye. Why? Why must she do that? Kim has not gone on platforms to say certain things that she feels. It's her choice. She has agency. It's her prerogative. Just as Kanye has got a right to say whatever he wants. Why must she stand in solidarity with him? They're not married. They're not together. Number one. Number two, it's his fight. We've seen too many Winnie Madikizela standing in solidarity with their husbands. And later on, when the husbands become these great things, they are shafted to the side. Sometimes those men turn against it. What happens if Kanye changes his tune in 3 months? Must Kim now change her tune as well? Which means she has no agency. She doesn't have a standpoint. She must have a standpoint. Kim Kardashian was a brand before she made Kanye West. Kanye West did not make Kim. Kanye West did not give Kim a leg up to become somebody. Kim Kardashian is a brand in her own right, and she has to protect her brand by all means. Whether it is against a Kanye, whether it is against her mom, whether it is against her kids, whether it is even against some of her friends and business associates. If she's like, my brand is not aligned to what you're saying, she will speak out. And she has to speak out. Why? Because if she keeps quiet, it means she stands in solidarity. She becomes complicit. It is the way the world works. If my brother goes out and says crazy shit out there, it will be expected that I say something. And I must say, I actually agree with my brother. Or you know what? I respect my brother for his views. I disagree with his views, but that's how it is. That's what causes family politics. People have to pick sides and which clique are you a part of? Nah, same with friendship circles. You can speak out and say, no, I disagree with Aunt Banban. She says the family is doing this, no, mina ngivumi aunt. Or uncle, whoever. No, bawumkhulu, bawumncane, angivumi lento abayisho umalume. Oh, angivumelani nomalume, mina wrong lento enziwa kulo mndeni. Why somebody taking inkomo ngami? That's how family politics works. That's how communal politics works. That's how politics works. That's how money works. Even at work politics. You guys end up siding with the boss that will give you the promotion. You guys can't talk shit about the company because you get flagged by HR. Next thing you're being retrenched. Kim Kardashian's allowed to have a voice. A lot of you guys with your little social media platforms are not honest. You're not honest about who pays you, how much they pay you, who you can speak out against and who you can't. Even within your families, you guys hide some of your molester uncles. You hide some of your toxic aunts. You protect them and you become complicit. And some of the people in the family speak out and say, no, this is rubbish. They get branded. Ooh, no one wants to be associated with her. She's the family hoe. Or he's the person in the family who talks shit. No, that's the person in the family who's honest. I'm telling you that I've come to realize that these platforms, they're not my home. They're not my home, and we are not aligned in our values. That's why I've been permanently suspended off Twitter. That's why Facebook suspends me for 30 days at a time and every now and then. That's why on TikTok recently my account was flagged. That's why I've had YouTube videos taken down. That's why I can't go live on Facebook currently, and I can't go live on Instagram. These platforms are not my home. I've created my own online country on WhatsApp, on Telegram, on Facebook soon. And I'm going to be building my own website where I can say all the things I want to say, which are my truth. And if brands don't want to be associated with me, it's fine, at least I'll have a home. And other people who align with my values will find a home there. If they do not align with my values, I will kick them out. Unfortunately, it's how the way the world works. I will not be open to free speech that bashes me, bashes people that do good to me and some of my followers. I will not. You can go somewhere else and go work with those people. I'm seeing now, and it's becoming more clear, that there are people that think they stand for something, but they don't. Because if you look at where they work, who they work for, if you look at where they buy from and who they give their money to, if they look at what they can and cannot say on social media platforms, you realize that they've chosen sides. And when you come and you say something, they attack you. And they don't realize they're doing it on behalf of the sides they've picked. Because again, like Kanye, we're not used to seeing free thinkers, free speakers. It scares us. And it exposes how scared we are to speak out in solidarity with someone like that, or against someone like that. We mumble in corners, hey, but Andrew Tate is right. I'm like, but you've never said anything on social media. Hey, Baba, I don't want to be cancelled. I don't want to lose my job. I understand. I don't blame you. Money has become your God. And whoever feeds you